Hello and welcome to quiz class. Today we have 100 questions on nostalgia. So get your cup of coffee or tea ready and let's begin. First, let's look at our quiz class awards. Let us know how you rank in the comments. And our 6 categories for today are Never to be Seen Again, music, movies, television, pop culture, and shaping history. So let's begin with Never to be Seen Again. Question number 1. What is one of the earliest successful video game systems? Atari consoles, Nintendo consoles, or PlayStation consoles? Atari consoles. Why was leaded gasoline removed from sale? Health concerns, cost, or environmental concerns? Health concerns. During which era were hansom cabs most prevalent? Renaissance era, Industrial era, or Victorian era? Victorian era. What was used before electric streetlights? Nothing, gas lamps, or candles? Gas lamps. What made steam locomotives irrelevant? Diesel locomotives, horse-drawn carts, or the introduction of the Ford Model T? Diesel locomotives. What type of televisions were bulky, heavy, and required a separate antenna? LED televisions, LCD televisions, or CRT televisions? CRT televisions. What did these keys do? Unlock adjustable skates, unlock cabinet doors, or they were used in plumbing? Unlock adjustable skates. How were early sewing machines powered? By hand, with steam, or hydraulically? By hand. What did chart recorders capture visual representations of? Measured values over time, musical notes, or weather conditions? Measured values over time. How were calls connected before automated telephone exchanges? Operators manually using switchboards, via wires, each number representing a wire, or automatically using computers? Using manual switchboards. What were carrier pigeons primarily used for? Transporting small valuable goods, delivering messages during times of war, or providing a communication platform for children? Delivering messages during times of war. What were pedal cars? Cars connected to cables to go up and down mountains, toy vehicles propelled by foot pedals, or battery-powered ride-ons for children? Toy vehicles propelled by foot pedals. What was the name of the smaller version of full-size auto cassette tapes that contained single songs? Cassettelets, mini discs, or cassette singles? Cassette singles. What were the small brushes attached to the handles of manual typewriters? A ruling tool, a tool used to fix paper jams, or erasers? Erasers. What were CB radios? Radios used for emergency broadcasts, radios used for listening to music with a lot of bass, or two-way voice transceivers? Two-way voice transceivers. And let's move to music. What iconic song reflects upon the evolution and loss of innocence within rock music and society itself during the turbulent 60s? American Enemy, American Dream, or American Pie? American Pie. Which classic tune by Van Morrison celebrates young love and summer romance through vivid imagery and memorable melodies? Brown-Eyed Girl, Honeymoon Blues, or Jailhouse Rock? Brown-Eyed Girl. What track captures yearning for sunny weather and carefree experiences associated with California? California Dreamin', California King Bed, or Hotel California? California Dreamin'. Which song by Simon and Garfunkel encapsulates the feeling of being far away from loved ones and longing for comfort? Hotel California, Homeward Bound, or I Wanna Go Home? Homeward Bound. Which composition showcases Lennon's growth as a lyricist while paying homage to his roots and friendships formed during youth? In Life, My Life, or In My Life? In My Life. Who wrote the song Leaving on a Jet Plane? The Mills Brothers, John Denver, or Walter Kent? John Denver. Which song is about regret and redemption? Mama Tried, Oklahoma Hills, or Nostalgia? Mama Tried. What does the song Nostalgia embody? Reflection and bittersweet remembrance, separation, anxiety, and sadness, or heritage, pride, and connection to a place? Reflection and bittersweet remembrance. What themes does the song Oklahoma Hills explore? Reflection and bittersweet remembrance, separation, anxiety, and sadness, or heritage, pride, and connection to a place? Heritage, pride, and connection to a place. Which song, released in 1971, immortalizes West Virginia landscapes? West Virginia landscapes, To the Place I Belong, or Take Me Home, Country Roads? Take Me Home, Country Roads. What is the theme of the song Tennessee Waltz by Patti Page? Joyous reunions and fond memories, perseverance and determination, or romantic disappointment and resilience? Romantic disappointment and resilience. What does The Green, Green Grass of Home by Tom Jones emphasize? Appreciation for familial bonds and togetherness, perseverance and determination, patriotism, pride, and heritage. Appreciation for familial bonds and togetherness. What does The Impossible Dream by Andy Williams promote? Perseverance and determination, joyous reunions and fond memories, or appreciation for familial bonds and togetherness. Perseverance and determination. What is the symbolism of Unchained Melody by Righteous Brothers? Undying devotion and unrequited desire, freedom and determination, or multiple romantic journeys? Undying devotion and unrequited desire. What is the main theme of Yesterday by the Beatles? Nostalgia and bittersweet memories, perseverance and determination, or the inevitability of change? The inevitability of change. Let's go to movies. Which film is acclaimed for its innovative narrative, structural, and technical mastery? Citizen Kramer, Citizen Kennedy, or Citizen Kane? Citizen Kane. Who directed the film Rear Window, featuring James Stewart and Grace Kelly? Alfred Hitchcock, Stanley Kubrick, or Orson Welles? Alfred Hitchcock. Which film is a satirical black comedy depicting nuclear warfare and political paranoia? Dr. Strangelove, The Bomb, or The Cold War? Dr. Strangelove. Which film offers social commentaries on romance, violence, morality, and fame? Bonnie and Clyde, Kramer versus Kramer, or The Tomb Raider? The Tomb Raider. Who directed the heartwarming tale of friendship between a lonely boy and an alien in E.T. the Extraterrestrial? Arthur Penn, Stanley Kubrick, or Steven Spielberg? Steven Spielberg. Who directed the Lord of the Rings trilogy? J.R.R. Tolkien, Peter Jackson, or James Cameron? Peter Jackson. What is Fight Club about? A chronicle of Henry Hill's life and organized crime, a dark exploration of consumer culture and masculinity in crisis, or a romantic disaster epic? A darker exploration of consumer culture and masculinity. Who directed Goodfellas? Ridley Scott, Peter Jackson, or Martin Scorsese? Martin Scorsese. What is the director of the Titanic? Who is the director? Ridley Scott, Steven Spielberg, or James Cameron? James Cameron. What happens to Maximus Decimus Meridius in Gladiator? He loses his family and status, he is banished from his home, or he is removed from the church? He loses his family and status. Which movie is directed by Guy Ritchie? Memento, Pan's Labyrinth, or Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels? Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. In which year was Memento released? 1960, 1980, or 2000? 2000. What is the genre of Pan's Labyrinth? Fantasy horror, romantic comedy, or mockumentary? Fantasy horror. What is the occupation of the main character in There Will Be Blood? Gangster, oil prospector, or vampire hunter? Oil prospector. Which movie is directed by Darren Aronofsky? There Will Be Blood, Requiem for a Dream, or Goodfellas? Requiem for a Dream. And let's move on to television. Which TV show is about a sheriff named Andy Taylor? Sheriff Andy Taylor, The Andy Griffith Show, or NCIS? The Andy Griffith Show. Which TV show is about a group of castaways stuck on an island? The Brady Bunch, Gilligan's Island, or Sim's Castaway? Gilligan's Island. Which TV show tackles controversial issues such as racism and sexism? All in the Family, Bonanza, Dick and Dan's Comedy Hour. All in the Family. Which TV show is about a large blended family? The Brady Bunch, Top Cat, or the Flintstones? The Brady Bunch. Question 50, we're halfway through. Which TV show features comedians Dan Rowan and Dick Martin? Tom and Jerry, Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, or Dick and Dan's Comedy Hour? Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. Which TV show is a fish out of water comedy about a poor family who strikes oil and moves to Beverly Hills? Cool in California, The Beverly Hillbillies, or There's No Place Like Home? The Beverly Hillbillies. Which TV show is a spin-off of All in the Family and follows George, Louise, and their son Lionel as they move from Queens to Manhattan? Family Forever, Manhattan, or The Jeffersons? The Jeffersons. Which TV show is a variety show hosted by actress and comedian Carol Burnett, which features comedy sketches, dancing, singing, and guest appearances? The Carol Burnett Show, Comedy Sketch, or The Tonight Show? The Carol Burnett Show. Which TV show is a spin-off of All in the Family and follows liberal-minded Maude Findlay, played by Beatrice Arthur, as she deals with contemporary social issues? Maude, The Beatrice Arthur Show, or The Jeffersons? Maude. Which TV show is a wholesome drama about a close-knit mountain family living in rural Virginia during the Great Depression? The Waltons, Hillbilly Mountain, or West Virginia? The Waltons. What is the name of the comedy show about a grumpy junk dealer and his adult son who work together in an LA-based salvage yard? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, The Bold and the Beautiful, or Sanford and Son? Sanford and Son. Which show follows the adventures of a loyal and intelligent collie? Scooby-Doo, Lassie, or Snoopy the dog? Lassie. Which show features various segments such as Fractured Fairy Tales, Peabody's Improbable History, and Dudley Do-Right on the Mounties? Bullwinkle and His Friends, The Rocky and His Friends Show, or Rocky and His Friends, The Bullwinkle Show? Rocky and His Friends, The Bullwinkle Show. What is the name of the superhero cartoon centered around an intergalactic crime fighter and his sidekicks Jan, Blip, and Jace? Space Ghost, the Intergalactic Space Ranger, or the Power Rangers? Space Ghost. Question 60. Which show is about an African-American family living in Chicago's Cabrini Green housing projects during the 70s? Good Times, Cabrini Green, or The Thompsons? Good Times. And let's move on to pop culture. What was the name of the comedy show starring a talking horse who only speaks to its owner, Wilbur Post? Mr. Ed, Mr. Horse, or Mr. Post? Mr. Ed. No multiple choice here. Which toy introduced in 1958 became a cultural sensation almost overnight? The hula hoop. Which classic sitcom entertained many baby boomers during their formative years? Days of Our Lives, I Love Lucy, or Friends? I Love Lucy. What was the name of the animated sitcom set in prehistoric times featuring two Stone Age families? Bedrock, The Flintstones, or Pebbles and Friends? The Flintstones. What year did Barbie dolls debut? 1959, 1974, or 1989? (1959). Who was an influential figure in the hip-hop genre? Freddie Mercury, Harry Styles, or Tupac Shakur? Tupac Shakur. Who co-founded the American Foundation for AIDS Research? Elizabeth Taylor, Britney Spears, or Marilyn Monroe? Elizabeth Taylor. Which actor and comedian founded St. Jude Children's Research Hospital? Charlie Chaplin, Danny Thomas, or Jude Bellingham? Danny Thomas. Who performed hundreds of USO shows around the world and raised millions of dollars for various causes? Bob Hope, Elvis Presley, or Bing Crosby? Bob Hope. Who supported numerous charities throughout his lifetime, including the Muscular Dystrophy Association and the March of Dimes? Bing Crosby, Steve Jobs, or Will Smith? Bing Crosby. In which year did the Indiana Jones series start capturing audiences? 1971, 1981, or 2001? (1981). Which iconic actress was also a savvy businesswoman and philanthropist? Britney Spears, Eleanor Roosevelt, or Lucille Ball? Lucille Ball. Who supported various charities, including the National Italian American Foundation and the Barbara Sinatra Children's Center? Frank Sinatra, John F. Kennedy, or Eddie Murphy? Frank Sinatra. Which actor served on the board of directors for the American Cancer Society and was a local supporter of civil rights? Brad Pitt, Gregory Peck, or James Dean? Gregory Peck. Who was a dedicated humanitarian and served as a goodwill ambassador for UNICEF? Audrey Hepburn, Lucille Ball, or Marilyn Monroe? Audrey Hepburn. And let's go to Shaping History. Question 76. Where was gunpowder invented? America, China, or England? China. What did Robert Fulton invent? The first commercially successful steamboat, the steam engine, or the first clockwork gearbox? The first commercially successful steamboat. Who invented the light bulb? Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Edison, or Henry Lee Higginson? Thomas Edison. When was the microscope invented by Dutch spectacle makers Hans and Zacharias Janssen? 1590 CE, 1790 CE, or 1890 CE? 1590 CE. What was developed independently by multiple inventors, including Galileo and Hans Lippershey? Glasses, the telescope, or binoculars? The telescope. Who invented the steam engine? Thomas Newcomen, Robert Fulton, or James Watt? Thomas Newcomen. What did the steam engine revolutionize? Entertainment, politics, and social dynamics, transportation and industrial production, or construction, mining, and warfare? Transportation and industrial production. Who invented dynamite? Alfred Nobel, James Watt, or Albert Einstein? Alfred Nobel. That's Alfred Nobel. Who introduced the assembly line? Louis Chevrolet, Henry Ford, or Walter Chrysler? Henry Ford. Who invented television? John Ambrose Fleming, James Watt, or Philo Taylor Farnsworth? Philo Taylor Farnsworth. When did the internet become publicly accessible? The late 60s, the late 80s, or the early 2000s? The late 1980s. What invention accelerated the growth of cotton farming and slavery in America? Cotton, the loom, or the cotton gin? The cotton gin. Who established nursing as a profession and improved healthcare standards? Florence Nightingale, Michelle Nurse, or Bill Gates? Florence Nightingale. Who created the foundational protocols enabling the internet we know today? Tim Berners-Lee, Bill Gates, or Ada Lovelace? Tim Berners-Lee. Which technology became the dominant power distribution method? Direct current electrical systems, alternating current electrical systems, or stable current electrical systems? Alternating current electrical systems. And let's move on to our mystery round. Question 91, which TV show was a nature documentary series hosted by wildlife expert Marlin Perkins? National Geographic, Wild Kingdom, or Discovery? Wild Kingdom. Which TV show follows the futuristic lives of George, his wife Jane, their children Judy and Elroy, and dog Astro? The Jetsons, Astro Boy, or the Flintstones? The Jetsons. Who was the first American woman in space? Mae Jemison, Sally Ride, or Valentina Tereshkova? Sally Ride. Which of Leonardo da Vinci's paintings were stolen in 1911? Lady with an Ermine, Mona Lisa, or The Last Supper? The Mona Lisa. What was the Japanese army called that was active between 1919 and 1945? Samurai warriors, Kwantan Army, or Kempeitai troops? Kwantan Army. How was penicillin discovered? Accidentally, after decades of research on Staphylococcus, or after weeks of studying bacteria? Accidentally. Whose face appears on US $1 bills? George Washington, Andrew Jackson, or Alexander Hamilton? George Washington. What disaster hit San Francisco in April 1906? A giant wave, a destructive drought, or a massive earthquake? A massive earthquake. Which European country was the first to introduce Social Security benefits in 1889? England, Germany, or Sweden? Germany. When was the first Star Wars movie released? 1977, 1989, or 2002? 1977. And our bonus question, who originally sang the song Respect in 1965? Let us know the answer in the comments, as well as how you ranked. Here are our quiz class rewards. And thanks for playing this quiz. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you next time.